Hey guys, it's Neo, here with one more guy tonight. This one's going to be covering familiars. We will start with buildings. Familiar buildings, you got the spring, which gives you anima, uh, max anima storage, just like any of your other resources, but also gives you a merging speed boost for higher levels, which is nice to have if you're merging. And to merge, you need the Mystic Spire. You merge packs, you can do um, a lot of the time or a little bit at a time. It's just like training troops. Basically, it's the closest thing I can compare it to. And the higher the level of the pact, the more expensive it costs. Me right now, 3.5 million to train 7 of the pack 3s. To increase the amount of packs you can do at once, leveling up a Mystic Spire will do that. So you don't need 2 Mystic Spires. Unless you think you'll ever want to do more than 9 packs at a time, which is insane. The next building is the gym. The gym is just for training your troop experience, and I'll go over that part of it in a bit. But that's basically what it is. I just started this so I can. There we go. When you train them, um, you just select your heroes that you want to use to train. I actually just added some XP in there. Depending on the hero rank, depends on the amount of time they put into it, and the amount of XP. The number of heroes will affect the XP, and the grade of heroes affects the duration. So the more heroes you have, the more time the more XP they're gonna gain per hour, and the higher the tier of your heroes, the grade of your heroes, the color, will affect how long they train. And I'm trying to get this as high as possible. I keep leveling up different heroes and doing tiers. I just hit level 58, so I put a stall on that and started getting my heroes that I use more, especially in Coliseum, equipped with their level 58 stuff if it applies to them. But after you do that, you go ahead and you pick which familiar you want to level up. Right now, I'm doing Griffin. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing Griffin. I will go over their passive skills in a minute. I need ore right now, don't? No, I need stone right now. Oh no, my mouse froze. There it is. He's maxed. He doesn't do stone anyway. There's my stone dude. And leveling up your heroes to start will not improve their skills right off the bat. Training them in the gym will not level up their skills, but it does provide you with higher level skills available for them. Next is your monster hold. You will need this basically just to level up your monsters. It doesn't give you any special abilities or anything, but it does give you access to the higher level um, of all the familiar buildings. Now I'm going to go back to Mystic Spire and show you guys a quick tip. A lot of you are asking me what different familiars can do. If you want to know, you come into the Mystic Spire. You click on any of the packs. I'm going to do tier 3 because that's the most impressive I can get right now. And it shows you all the heroes that will drop in this pack. And then if you click on them, it will show you their skills. Now all of the familiars, I think I keep calling them heroes, but all of your familiars have a permanent skill, which is also known as a passive skill. These passive skills are always in effect. You don't have to do anything to gain them. They're there, and when you level them up, the level up spot gets them. I think this is for Coalition, for your rallies. I'm not positive. But training speed also there always. It goes up really slow, up to capping at 5%, which is not the best sounding one, but that 5% big when later on in the game. And then, on top of the passive skills, some heroes, some familiars will have support skills. Support skills. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten to skill stones yet, so I can't explain that to you guys. But I can tell you the basics of support skills. Support skills you activate from your turf, your screen with your castle in it and everything, and it will do a certain thing. This one recalls all troops within 50 seconds. That does not include coalition troops. I don't really understand what that one is, but I can find a better one that's easier to explain. Gem Goblin. He gives you gems. Starting out, it's every 3 days. He will give you 200 to 400 gems, and later on, it reduces the time to 2 days and gives you 1,000 to 2,000 gems every 2 days. So that's really nice to have, obviously. And you can unlock each tier of skills as you level them up, and this is where training comes in. You'll start out with a level 1 at level 1. They're tier 1 at level 1 for skills. And like this guy will have construction speed. You'll have 1% automatically boosted just for unlocking him. You can put runes and or rune fragments into skills. I'll show you that. Actually, I'll show you that right now. You go into here, your monster hold, and you put rune fragments, which are these, into it to level it up, or their runes. But I would be careful about putting the runes in, because if you use all the runes and you get them to level 20 to advance them to the next stage, you won't be able to bring them up to the adult stage, or later the elder stage, to unlock the tier 2 and tier 3 skills that they have. So right now you can see I have 2 Trickstar runes out of 15 that I need to give him to get him to the next stage, which would be adult. And when I get those runes, I'll be able to upgrade him. Wait 12 hours. I don't think you can speed boost that. You can gem it though. You can't speed it? Okay. I've only gotten 1 to adult so far. And it will unlock the tier 2 skill that they have. Sometimes it will be a passive skill. Other times it will be another passive skill, and you will automatically get the benefit from stage 1 or level 1 of that skill as soon as their upgrading is complete. So I've covered buildings. I've covered summoning the monsters. When you do use a pack, you can get a random amount of fragments from the ones listed here. I can get up to 12 per pact for fragments, but you can also get 1 rune per pact. Not also, it's 1 rune or random number of fragments. And the runes, like I said, you want to save them up for upgrading unless you have a lot of extra runes for whatever reason, and then you can use them to increase their skills. The runes do increase their skills a little bit more than just the rune fragments, but until they're max level and you don't need the runes anymore, and you're not going to need the runes in the future, you just want to keep using the rune fragments to upgrade them, even if it only costs 1, because 1 can take forever to get from your packs. I think that just about covers everything. When you unlock a support skill, your first one, this button will show up in your turf menu when you're in this window. And when it unlocks, I believe that the Mystic Lady shows up at the bottom and explains what the button does and gives you a quick tutorial. But basically, you unlock a support skill. I have Netherquake. You go ahead, and for this one, it's every 3 days, 3 hours, and 30 minutes. I can use it. Can't use it now. It's on cooldown for another 6 hours, 7 hours. And I will get 5 to 30 fragments right now. When I level up to 10, it goes a little bit higher, but it won't show me the rank right now. And that ability is from this guy, Territe. And at level 10, it'll still be 5 to 30. Or no, that's next level. Maybe it's up here. No, that tells you what level they have to be at for the next stage, as I mentioned before. And if you want to see their max level, I guess you have to go into packs. I believe he's 1A. You can see Territe there. He'll summon 5 to 30 fragments every day at level 10. So leveling up the skills reduces the cooldown time, sometimes increases what you get from them. Oh, I get it 3 times. There we go. Every 1 day. Every day I get at least 15 and up to 90 rune fragments, which will be nice if I can ever get them there, but I have not gotten there yet. The skills also lock when at certain levels until that familiar reaches a specific level. This one I believe it's just the next level up. I think he has to be. No, actually, I think for Vault Keeper 8, he has to be level 45. It tells me somewhere. There it is. If you click on the skill, it'll tell you that. So there's that. I think I've covered just about everything except the active skills. I don't know much about the active skills. I haven't unlocked any. I believe the one that I have is Pyrus. The familiar I haven't unlocked his active skill. The active skills will have the Red Dragon. You tap on the turf and select the familiar button to use attack skills. And they will not be blocked by shields, but they will be blocked by wards, which I personally don't know much about yet. But as soon as I know any information on those, I'll update in an update guide. But basically, you select the enemy you want to attack, and then you select the familiar thing, and then you select the skill. And this guy will kill 3,000 to 5,000 troops of lower tier. So if they have tier 1 troops, he's only going to kill tier 1 troops. You can use this quite often, which is nice, and you can pretty much abuse people with it, but to prevent the abuse and for letting sorry, I saw stuff up in chat. It distracted me. Liz distracted me in chat. Later on, like when you do get the active skills, I know for a fact that some of them take gems to use, if not all of them. I heard that one of the best ones, at least the most offensive one, the Grim Reaper, Kiss of Death, kills up to 50,000 troops every 30 minutes. And the highest tier troops are selected first. This one costs, how much did it cost? 150,000 gems per use? 150,000 gems per use. So basically, they're not going to be too worth it. You don't want to focus entirely on getting these unless you have the gems to use it. And even then, getting the pack 4 is insane. It's pretty much getting tier 4 troops, except it probably costs a lot more resources. But to start, there's this guy. I'm not sure what his gem cost is. It doesn't tell me anywhere in the game. If you're interested in unlocking it, make sure you do your research first online for the specific skills you're looking for. The support skills, on the other hand, they don't take any money. They just have a longer cooldown. And this guy, for example, does health bar. which actually I should be training him instead of that lower tier guy. Let me fix that really quick. Because he has better stone production. Yep, by a little bit. And he also has this skill that I can use when I get him up to full, so I'll use him instead. And that's basically how you train it. It doesn't cost anything to start training. It doesn't cost anything to end training. What I always like to do is before I get off for the night, cancel the training, get the results. It'll give you some XP as long as it's been training long enough first, which is like 10 minutes is long enough to start it. And then restart it right over again to make sure that the timer goes on until I'm on the next morning. As for Mystic Spires, if you guys want to focus on them, if you've got the resources to do it, go ahead. I wait until they do the Moonlight special, which I don't know when the next one is. It's been off for at least 2 weeks. And that's about it. I covered active skills, I covered support skills. You do not need to do anything with your familiars to get their skills, their passive skills. I've been asked that a lot. For example, this Stellar Intellect, as soon as I level it up to the next one, I'll get that 0.25 boost right there, right then and there, with no problem. Merging speed, same thing. This guy, as soon as I level it up, I get an extra percentage in my vault storage. And it's all this stuff. Construction speed will automatically go up. As soon as you unlock them, all of this stuff applies. Except this would be the level 1. Which I'm not sure what it was, but it was lower. It was like 5,000, I believe, at level 1 for hers. So you don't have to worry about the passive skills. All you want to do with them is use them to upgrade them to get the extra boosts that they have with them. But other than leveling them up, you don't have to do anything with them. So that should be everything covering familiars that you guys need to know, at least for the time being. If I missed anything, please let me know. Trying to do these videos as efficiently as possible without jumping around like I did in the first couple videos, and like I'm doing right now. But really, guys, I like making these videos for you all, and I hope I'm being helpful, and I hope you guys are learning a lot. Thank you very much for watching, and you all have a good night.